What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin Sports to Jake. Hope we're all doing well. So before we get to the game last night, we're going to talk a little bit of baseball. Of course, last month of the year. So I'll be saying we're going to do pretty much every show. Though I know I said there was not going to be a show today. Surprise, surprise. I thought I was going to have to work. I didn't. So here we are. So let's get started. American League East, Orioles take the division lead over the Yankees by a half game. Orioles pick up a win last night. And the Yankees, they take a loss. They were down 4 runs, I think, to Texas or somebody. Late in the game, I think in the 9th inning. Then Stan hit a shot deep to left field, and it was robbed of a home run. That ended the game. So they pick up a loss. Orioles, 81-59, a half game over the Yankees right now. Cleveland, 4.5 games over Minnesota, 5.5 over Kansas City. As Kansas City continues to struggle. They are now have lost 7 straight. Thankfully, the American League walk race is not as tight as the National League one, so they're still in the playoffs. American League West, Houston now 6.5 games ahead of Seattle. Looks like they'll be winning that division yet again. Philadelphia 7 games ahead of the Braves. You got the Brewers still miles ahead in that division, and then the Dodgers are 5.5 games ahead of San Diego and 6 ahead of Arizona in the West. Heading to the wild card, you got the Yankees, obviously the first wild card. The Yankees Orioles win the first wild card in the American League, almost definitely. Minnesota's the second spot. Kansas City's the last spot. Kansas City's a half game behind Minnesota for that second spot. Then Detroit and Seattle are 5 games out. The Red Sox continue to stumble. They have fallen all the way back down to 500. They have lost 5 games in a row. They are really struggling offensively right now. And they are 5.5 games out of the wild card. And then you got the Raiders 6.5 out. So looks like the wild card's pretty set in the American League. Just to refresh on the playoff format, the top 2 division winners get a bye. The worst division winner plays the last team in. And the 2 top wildcards play each other. So if the season were to end today, Baltimore and Cleveland would have the byes. Boston's got a half game on them for home field throughout the entire playoffs in the American League, and I think not throughout the entire playoff, but throughout the entire American League playoffs. And then Houston would play Kansas City, and then the Yankees would play Minnesota. So that's what we were looking at right now. So most likely, it's going to be the Yankees or the Orioles playing either Minnesota or Kansas City, and Houston will play the other team. That's what it most likely will be in the American League for the playoffs. National League, a little more drama over there. First wild card is San Diego. The second one is Arizona, who's a half game behind San Diego for the first spot. And the Braves and Mets are tied. The Braves, Diamondbacks, and Padres all lose last night. Mets did not play. Mets have gotten hot. They've won 7 in a row. They have gotten hot. All those teams lose. I think one of them even go ahead or walk off grand slam. It might have been Arizona. I know Atlanta lost to Detroit last night. So Mets and Braves now tie for that last spot in the National League. They play in each other for a set of 3 in like 3 weeks or so. That will probably decide each other's seasons. The Cubs are 4 games out. They've been playing well lately, got themselves a little closer, but still 4 games out. And they have, my math is correct, which it might not be because I'm very bad at math, something like 18, 20 games left. So they're at the end here. Then you have the Cardinals are at 5 games. They've been playing okay lately. They're hanging by a thread in the National League. But the National League playoffs, that's kind of anyone's game. Right now, the Dodgers and Phillies would have the bye. They're actually the same record right now. So they're tied for the best records. Both of the byes, whoever has throughout the entire National League, actually the entire playoffs, because they are both like 3.5 games or so ahead of Baltimore for the best record in all baseball. They're tied right now. Milwaukee is 3 games behind them for the bye. Right now, Milwaukee would... Actually, I don't know between Atlanta and the Mets. So Milwaukee will probably play Atlanta or the Mets in the first round. And then most likely it'll be San Diego and Arizona facing off. But that could change. I mean, the Mets and Braves are only 3 games out of the first wildcard spot. Cubs are within 4 games, so should be a very interesting finish in the MLB wildcard race. Thursday Night Football last night, the Chiefs pick up a win in a riveting game over the Baltimore Ravens, 27-20. Lamar Jackson, the last play of the game, threw a touchdown to Isaiah Likely. It was reversed upon further review. His toe was on the line. NFL was literally a game of inches. In fact, last night was probably a game of centimeters. It was a great game. Mahomes overall played well besides that one really bad interception. Xavier Worthy, big game. 2 touchdowns in his NFL debut. That guy is freaking fast. I mean, he just hit the 40-yard dash. He ran a 4.2. We knew obviously about his speed, but holy hell. We had never seen it in a real NFL game, and wow. That guy is a speed demon. That guy is fast. He played the incredible game. Pacheco looked good. Lamar overall played pretty good. He had a big game on the ground. But God, he's got to hit Zay Flowers. He had him wide open in the end zone on the second to last play of the game. He snapped it with about probably 10 seconds left. And then with 4 seconds, the touchdown to Likely that was called back. Very annoyed Mark Andrews wasn't involved. They're using him more as a left tackle, but big game for Isaiah Likely. I wonder if he'll take over the starting role at some point this year. That'll be interesting for the Ravens. But great game. Chiefs pick up the win, 27-20. I know the Ravens got a lot of frustration with the Ravens being called. They got called for like 4 or 5 illegal formations. You have 3 on Ronnie Stanley. Stanley said, I think the NFL was trying to make an example of him. Look, maybe they were, but also, dude, take a step forward. Also, there was at least one of them where he was clearly like further back than the rest of the linemen. You can see down the line. Step up. Take a step forward. It's simple. Maybe they were being a little ticky-tacky. I get it's annoying, but it's a simple fix. Come on, dude. Come on. This is the NFL. I get first game jitters, but this is the NFL. All right? Take a step forward, dude. Come on. What are we doing here? That was that game. Now I'm going to talk a little bit of college football. I did, obviously, my game picks for NFL with Ashton, Justin, Nick, and Andy. A couple on Wednesday. But most part, I probably will do my game picks for college football also on Wednesdays going forward, starting this upcoming week. But today, we're going to do it today. Since the games are really only on this weekend. It wasn't a game like a Wednesday or anything this week. So week 2 college football. We got number 3 Texas against number 10 Michigan. Of course, Michigan is the defending champs. I'm going to take Texas in this game. I think Texas is absolutely loaded here. Obviously, they move to the SEC, so we'll see. Them and Georgia are also the top 2 teams in that conference. I can see them coming out of that conference. I think Quinn Ewers is a phenomenal quarterback. I think he's the top quarterback. He'll be the top quarterback available in this upcoming draft. A lot of people talk about Shedeur Sanders of Colorado. People talk about Carson Beck, and they talk all these other guys. I think it's Quinn Ewers. That Texas team is really, really good. I could easily see them being a national championship contender. Obviously, last year they were in the semifinals. Lost to Washington semifinals last year. I think they take the win against Michigan. Bowling Green plays number 8 Penn State. I got Penn State. That should be pretty much a blowout. That's not even a fair fight. Arkansas against number 16 Oklahoma State. Taking Oklahoma State in that game. They should win without too much problem. Number 17 Kansas State plays Tulane. I'm going to take Kansas State in that one. Number 23 Georgia Tech, who of course is also a very good start. Of course, shocked they being Florida State in week 1. Playing Syracuse. To be a close game, but I'm going to take Georgia Tech. Syracuse football has been a little bit better. It was completely irrelevant for years. It's been at least somewhat relevant the last few years, but Georgia Tech is off to a good start. I think they're overall better team. I'll take Georgia Tech. Tennessee Tech plays the top team, Georgia. That's going to be a drubbing. Georgia's going to just smack them around. Northern Illinois is number 5 Notre Dame. I'll take Notre Dame. This part of the year with Notre Dame, really balls out. I'm sure they will lose a weird-ass game middle of the season, and then their college football playoff hopes will go up in the abyss. But for now, they're a very good team, and they should beat Northern Illinois no problem. Baylor against number 11 Utah. I'll take the Utes in that one. They're a good team. I think they're in the Big 12 now. You have Iowa State against number 21 Iowa in a rivalry game. I'll take Iowa to sneak by. Probably your typical 2017 Iowa game. I'll take Iowa to sneak by. Jacksonville State against number 22 Louisville. I'll take Louisville. Jackson will stay hasn't had much success since Deion left. I'll take Louisville in that game. Middle Tennessee against number 6 Ole Miss. I'm gonna take the Ole Miss Rebels in that game. They should cruise over Middle Tennessee. Florida A&M against number 12 Miami. That one I'm gonna take Miami. I think the Hurricanes get it done. South Florida against number 4 Alabama. I'm taking Alabama. They should stomp South Florida. That shouldn't even be close. Buffalo against number 9 Missouri. I'll take Mizzou to easily beat Buffalo. You have number 19 Kansas playing Illinois. I will take the Jayhawks. Their football program has been much better these last few years. Western Michigan plays number 2 Ohio State. Ohio State should stomp them, similar to what they did to Akron in week 1. This is a good game. Number 14 Tennessee against number 24 NC State. I'm going to take the Volunteers now. I think Tennessee gets by NC State. You have Nichols against number 18 LSU. LSU better win that game or we got some problems. LSU should cruise after a tough loss in week 1 to A&M. Or to USC, rather. Houston against number 15 Oklahoma. I'll take Oklahoma now. They should have a bit of a bounce back here. Appalachian State against Clemson. Clemson's got to win this game. If they lose this game, now you really got to start, questioning whether Dabo Swinney is the right guy for the job anymore. But I think they beat Appalachian State rather convincingly. Boise State against number 7 Oregon. I like me some Boise State, but we won't get to see the blue turf. It's in Oregon. Either way, I'm taking Oregon. Ducks shouldn't have much of a problem. They are a really good team. Northern Arizona against number 20 Arizona, rivalry game, but Arizona's a much better team. They should cruise in that one. And then Utah State against number 13 USC. I got USC. They got to a really good start being LSU in week 1. They should have no problem against Utah State. They have not been relevant. They were barely even relevant even when Jordan Love was there. That's all I got for you guys today. Most likely no show until Tuesday or Wednesday. So until next time, so long. Have a great day.